Greetings, everyone. Welcome to my sketchbook. Welcome to the 15th day of Inktober. Hello to the otters of Seaside Park. So, we are going to do a drawing with the prompt ragged. And I'm treating this one as if somebody is really tired, having a rough time, let's say. So we're going to make our way up to this Koopa Paratroopa. We're going to see if we can zoom in on that. And yeah, let's see what happens. So as you can see, this creature is in flight. As you can see, we're setting up, and I nearly forgot, a 10-minute timer. So, I'm going to have this one on this side. Another character. Kind of like that for an eye. Well, let's go a little bit bigger for this eye. How about? I have two eyes, let's say. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. It's a little weird sometimes when you think of like all the fun stuff that you can do in the summertime, but I don't want you to, forget about all the fun times that you can have in the fall. So this is a great time of year to collect leaves and what are some other cool things? You can actually be outside and it won't be too warm, so that's nice. I'm trying to figure out a couple of things with what I want this character to look like. Now, let's see. It's kind of another version of this Koopa. Sometimes referred to as a dry bones. I'm going to kind of mimic the upper jaw here, but not perfectly. I got to work a little bit quicker. Let's fill this in a little bit. There's something fun also about fall, where the leaves change colors. So if you're lucky enough to be in a place where you get to see that happen, it is spectacular. Fall is actually my favorite time of year. I do spend a good amount of time outside. Now, let's see here. I'm going to have kind of both arms showing, and I'm kind of playing around inside my head how I want this to look. And most of the time when I do this kind of stuff, I don't have a real plan. And that probably seems obvious sometimes. I have an idea before I sit down, but not always. The other arm I kind of want there. Okay, and this would be kind of more the back of the hand on this side. Now, the shell is kind of an important part of what these creatures are. They're kind of fun to draw too, if I'm being honest. And this one's not going to have wings, which makes it a little bit kind of, well, not really easier, just, I don't know, kind of a little more fun to kind of play around with. I'm going to assume that there's kind of like ribs, but not really ribs. A little bit of a pelvis, but not really a pelvis. Little stumpy legs. And of course, the outrageous cool boots as we're making our way to get some wake-up juice. Some people love coffee. I don't really understand it. It's never really been a thing for me. I don't think that tail seems significant enough. Fun boots. I don't think there's anything else that I need to really add to that. What kind of time do we have left here? 4.5 minutes. Well, that gives me the opportunity to write a word. But first, just a little bit of shadow. And we're going to write right here. Prompt 15. Of course, the word is ragged. I think that happens with parents or teachers when they are, well, sometimes overwhelmed with what they need to do to get through their day. They can be run ragged. And how wonderful is that, I guess? Trying to think now. I'm going to put in a little bit of ink here, because you know what's going to happen here. Of course you know what's going to happen. Let's wait. Let's write up here. I'm going to say, let's scratch it in. I need and over here, we're going to make a giant T. So wiggling it around a little bit as if it's being said by the dry bones. All right. It's going to be magic time here. Speaking of magic time, we've got about 1.5 minutes, which isn't so bad. Dip my brush, some water. We're going to go a little bit in here. So we're kind of, but not really, around the halfway point. Because, well, of course, there are 31 days in October. I wonder if I should kind of smooth out a couple of other spots here. Well, while I have a little bit of wetness in this brush, I'm I'm going to bring out a little bit of tone. Hopefully not make it too muddy. Even on the boots. Just like that. Not too serious. Make the shadow a little bit as well. Huh? That's outrageous. Clean the brush. We are really getting through that one. There you go. 10 minutes. We have done it. We have a dry bones getting a cup of coffee from the Koopa Paratroopa. Pretty cool, I guess. Anyway, folks, I hope you have a wonderful day. And please come back tomorrow. We're going to have another word. It's going to be blunder. Let's see what we can come up with for that. So, all right, enjoy your day. Ciao for now.